What is going on, guys? It is your boy ShadyMikeGaming, and welcome to another NBA 2K21 signature shot. This is a full signature edit for Damian Lillard, guys. I'm really excited to bring this signature shot here for you guys. This one took a long time to get done. I'm very excited about it. I think we really killed it. I do think this is my best signature shot yet. I know there was some mixed reaction on Steph Curry. I know the Kevin Durant was really good, but I know you guys are really going to love this Damian Lillard. So Damian Lillard, you guys know how I like to start it off. I like to take a look at the default jump shot and explain exactly what I'm trying to fix from the default, and back it up with footage and proof of what we're doing and why we're making the changes that we're making. So you take a look at Damian Lillard. He is an elite scorer. He is one of the most, in my opinion, underrated players of this generation. He's really on par with any other superstar. He just has not had a lot of help. When you take a look at the structure of his jump shot, it is pure and it is clean. And he's gotten so good that he often varies in terms of the different releases and release points, but we're going to be focused on what I like to call Lillard range, Curry range, whatever, right? Those very deep threes that Damian Lillard takes, logo Lillard, whatever you want to call it. That's the form that we're going to be trying to emulate here. Now, I do know that sometimes Dame is going to, shoot more of a set shot from those short corner threes or a very close-up three, but that's not what we're going for. We're talking about his form on a deep shot. He's getting extremely high vertical. He's getting a whole bunch of lift on the shot. He's moving forward. His legs are spread, and that's what we're going to try and emulate here. So we take a look at the default release. We're going to really be looking at 3 points here. Number one, ball placement. Look at this placement. This is terrible. 2K's got to be, you have to be better than this. You say this shot is mocap. Dame doesn't shoot like this. He does not have the ball on the top of his head when he goes to shoot. The ball is not clearly to the right of his head when he shoots. Hand placement's great. Hand placement's great, and that's what we're going to try and keep here. The legs are spread just a little bit, and when he elevates, he kind of drifts and keeps his legs spread apart pretty significantly, and you guys are going to show that here. I'm going to show a couple different bases in terms of what we're going to use, but Dame's legs spread out and they kind of stay spread out, and he gets a significant amount of lift and he has a significant amount of drift. So in terms of the ball placement, we're going to go back to that. I know I drifted off a little bit there. When Dame shoots the ball, he does have that left guide hand right, towards the front of the ball, really the top. His left hand is going to guide the ball forward and kind of hold that pose, and the default shot does it a little bit, but it doesn't do it enough. And it's a very exaggerated look from Dame on his shots, and you'll see in the reference footage he does do that literally every shot. That left guide hand is still flicking forward and staying straight, so we're going to try and emulate that. I'm going to go ahead and take it over to what we came up with. Let me know what you guys think. I'm telling you right now, guys, we really killed this one. All right, guys, and as we take a look at the signature shot that we came up with, the number one thing, I'm going to show you a couple different bases. So for this one, we're going to look first of all at the release, and the number one thing we're looking at right here is ball placement. Look at the ball placement. It's in front of his face, stays in front of his face. Look at that left hand towards the top on the side. You can see it. That's his guide hand, and when he shoots, that left hand flares out. See how it just flares up right there and just stays parallel with the right hand throughout the shot, like he's waving. Now you look at the left elbow, it is tucked in just a little bit, but he keeps the ball directly in front of his face. That's the number one thing there. And the number one thing when you look at his shot is you'll notice is that shot, more so instead of going above his head, jets out to the front. Now you take a look at the base that we were going for. This base that I showed you here is base 22, and it starts off with the wide base, and it gives you a lot of vertical. As you can see, that release point is very high. You know, shows off Dame's athleticism just a little bit, and it does, you know, kind of propel him forward. That is a good release. It's not the only release that I came up with. I think you know, this one does a good job of, you know, representing the vertical, but I do think that when he shoots those long threes, his legs are a little bit wider. So you know, you can see we got the release point down. You know, the release and the look and the way he holds the ball is down. I still felt like his legs are spread a little bit too far apart. So we're going to transition here. This is actually going to be the Paul Pierce base, and you're going to see he starts off with that wide base here. He still keeps the, you know, everything else we talked about is intact. He still keeps the ball in front of his face. That elbow's tucked in. He's still got that guide hand. When he shoots, that guide hand still, you know, waves forward, but you can see there's a lot more drift to the base. He keeps those legs spread, and he kind of sways forward, and he, you know, he kind of drifts, and he keeps those legs spread throughout the entire shot. And you're gonna see that more. I don't know if this is a base that I would use the entire time for Lillard, but when Lillard is coming off of screens and shooting those really deep moving type threes, yes, his legs do stay spread out like that, and so that's why this is a very good option. Now, when I was, you know, trying to do this shot, I was thinking about the shots that, you know, have the most vertical, and I still think he needs more movement forward. I think he really moves forward a lot when he's shooting those deep threes. You know, I thought back in some of my old heads, well, not old heads, but old 2K heads, you know, the guys have been around 2K11, 2K12, things of that nature. I was thinking about the old Jimmer Fredette release that they took out of the game. I was thinking about the old Derrick Rose base that they took out of the game. Some of those I think would have been great for the Lillard shot, but here we either have to go with base 22 or we have to go with, you know, this you know, this Paul Pierce base here. But I think either way, we got the release perfect. I'm going to show you guys more so how the release actually translates into all of the moving jump shots. The number one thing you guys got to understand, Damian Lillard almost exclusively, and I don't want to rant, but 2K has to understand Damian Lillard almost exclusively does moving jump shots. So it's hard to play like Lillard because 2K has the game in a state where moving jump shots are so hard to hit. It's not realistic. So yes, the release obviously is important, but I wanted to make sure those moving jump shots were the most accurate part of Lillard's game, and man, you guys are going to be impressed with what we were able to do here. All right, guys, so now we're going to take a look at the signature shot. What we have, the first shot that we took a look at is jump shot 22. As you can see, the base is jump shot 22. The one with the wider base, we're going to go all the way up to Paul Pierce. This is the other option with the wider base. It's got a little bit more drift. Like I said, I think we're going to stick with jump shot 22, which is very similar to the Lillard base. It just has a little bit more lift, so it's not a lot different than his mocap base. We used the Trey Burke upper release to add that left-handed guidance, and you can see it's a very low blend to release 32. What release 32 does is it actually moves the ball from the side of his face like we saw it to the front, so it's more accurate to his release point and hand placement. Release timing at quick is critical because it is going to make his moving jump shots quicker, and we're going to be able to do a lot of great signature animations that, you know, Damian Lillard does in real life at the speed that he does them in real life, which is going to help with the effectiveness. Move over to the free throws. I stuck with the Damian Lillard free throw. I like it for him. The dribble pull-up is going to be Nate Robinson and nothing but Nate Robinson. If you guys don't know, the Nate Robinson pull-up is actually the old Lance Stevenson pull-up. They just renamed it, which is weird because it's not like they brought Nate Robinson back in to do mocap. This is actually the old Lance Stevenson pull-up. It's going to be spin jumper number 9, and the number one thing for this signature shot has to be hop jumper 11, guys. That is how you get the signature shot animation when you combine the quick release timing, and the hop jumper 11. All of Dame's shots off the dribble, the step backs are extremely quick. Dame is all about no wasted motion and getting to his spots and hitting them, and this is just the perfect animation to hold that form all the way throughout. Fantastic with hop jumper normal 11. We're going to stick with that for sure. Moving on to the layup packages. It's funny because I really like the Russell Westbrook layup package, and I said when I started looking through the layup package, I realized the layup package is great for Lillard, but I don't think it's that accurate to Westbrook. The number one thing about this layup package that you're going to see, we're not really talking about the finish as much as we're talking about the gather. Lillard tends to do this, I don't even know what I would call it. I would call it like a gallop to the rim, where he just kind of sells out, where he picks his dribble up, which isn't good, but he'll just gather. Sometimes I feel like he travels, but he is going to finish, and he's going to show his hand early that he is going for a finish, and he's not going to pass out of it. He picks his dribble up very early, and kind of relies on athleticism to get to the rim, and the Russell Westbrook layup package is really the one that showcases that the best. Dunk packages. This is important for Lillard, guys, if we're trying to emulate Lillard. Guys, sat here watching hours of footage. I couldn't even find Lillard doing a two-handed dunk. I couldn't even find footage of Lillard dunking the ball with two hands. He is a 2-foot jumper. So to start off, we're going to have basic one-handers off 2. To follow up, we're going to have athletic one-handers off of 2. He's primarily, if he is going to go for the dunk, he's going to get to what we call that launch pad and really try to really get up and get a poster dunk. Every now and again he'll do a one-handed dunk, and if he does, we're going to go with basic one-handers off 1. Again, every now and again he'll jump off of 1 foot. So we'll have the basic one-handers off of 1, nothing crazy off of 1 foot. He's, like I said, he's primarily a 2-footed jumper. Next up, guys, we do have the post fades. Not a whole lot of footage from Dame, but whenever I could find a fadeaway, I went ahead and did the one that really looked the best in terms of what he was doing, and in terms of the ones that look the best with his with his animations. Dribble style is staying at Damian Lillard, but we are switching the signature size up to Russell Westbrook. This is key. Why are we changing his signature size up? The Russell Westbrook signature size up is a lot less flashy. However, it's more accurate to what Damian Lillard tries to accomplish when he does a size up. We got to remember, Dame is a shooter. He is always doing size ups to open up his shot. When you look at some of these signature size ups, there's no pauses, so there's no way to chain into moving jump shots. When we are doing our signature step back shots, this one you can see has a bunch of hesitations in there. It's the easiest and looks the most realistic, the closest to what we see from Lillard when he's doing a size up so that he can set his jump shot up. Other than that, guys, that is it. Again, we do have the alternate bases between Jumpshot 22 and Paul Pierce. I wanted to say for sure, guys, thank you so much for all the support on these signature shots. These are really fun to make because I can actually get away from 2K and watch NBA footage. That's something that I enjoy doing, and trying to find the realism. I do have to say there's a couple things when I'm a little bit disappointed in 2K about, obviously the attention to detail. Some of these jump shots are so wrong. I mean, we just have to focus on, doing the stars that, we want to see most accurate. Guys, let me know who you want me to do in the future. I've heard Kyrie, I've heard Harden, I've heard Luka. Guys, let me know who you'd like to see next. Make sure to follow the 2K Modding Society on Twitter. Join the 2K Modding Society Discord. Also follow me on Twitter. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you loved it. Guys, this is Shady Mike. I got a whole lot of more content coming up soon. I'm out of here. Peace. Threes.